everybody. Welcome to the December 2024 Seller Shoutout. This is the video where we applaud the eBay community for their sales. Remember, everything adds up over time. Every sale counts. These sales were posted on my Facebook group. So listen up for your name and pay attention to what others have sold because we can all learn from each other. Okay, Kim Smith paid $7.99 at Goodwill, listed a few days, and sold for best offer of $76. The brand is Flax, Flax, and their products are made of linen. This is a size medium overalls jumpsuit, and it's sold for $76. Cheryl Green purchased at an estate sale for $1.50, sold in 2 weeks for $45 plus shipping. This is a 3-pack of printer ink, magenta, yellow, and cyan. $1.50, sold for $45. Karen Monks, $2 at a yard sale, sold for $70 in a month. The Cornell Lab of Ornithology Handbook of Bird Biology. $2 turned into 70. Carol Hollis paid $4.99 at the thrift store for a linen sheet set. Listed pretty high, and I expected to take less because of the size. Sold for best offer of $75 plus shipping in about 2 weeks. The brand is Pew Bell Portugal. It's striped green and yellow 100% linen sheet set. Karen Carlson, a Goodwill find for $8.99, sold in 3 months. This is a pottery dragon claw flask in the Renaissance medieval style, and it's sold for $89.99. And that is definitely an unusual, unique type of item. Okay, Eileen Cole. Chickasaw Prayer Book, free from a curb alert, sold for $19.20 plus shipping in a little over 2 months. So there you can see Chickasaw 2012, a whole bunch of words I'm not going to try to pronounce. It is a prayer book. Carol Brune. Not my biggest sale this week, but it's a reminder that when life gives you lemons, you can still wrangle out some cash. I bought a vintage Kindness hot roller set for $2 at a garage sale, but discovered the case was broken. But the cord sold on its own for $19.95. And Carol is absolutely right. If you get home with an item and it doesn't work or it's missing pieces, see what you can part out. See if you can salvage anything. So again, this is a cord to a hot roller set, Clairol Kindness Deluxe. Bill Hunt picked up this cookbook as part of a small haul at a private pick I got from a newspaper ad 10 months ago. I paid $40 for a pile of things, so just a few dollars into it. It sold for $15.93. The item is Vintage Nebraska Centennial First Lady's Cookbook by Maxine Morrison. $15.93. Tanya Bruner picked up 50 plus Mary Englebright magazines. They were giving away for free at an estate sale. Decided to try something new and grouped listings by season instead of by year. This group of October and November magazines sold for full price of $19.99 within 2 hours. I also sold the spring and summer grouping for $20 this week, just a few days after listing. So, yes, Mary Englebright was very popular back in the 90s, and this is, and 2000s. Home companion lot of 5 magazines. That was a great idea to group them by season. Sharon Brower. I found this J. Jill open cardigan at Goodwill for $3.41. It sold on offer for $21 plus shipping in 1 month. And a pretty Christmas red color. J. Jill open front cardigan duster, cotton rayon silk wool in a size large with pockets. And I find that sweaters, jackets, even pajama pants with pockets are really good sellers. People are looking for that because we all have that phone we're carrying around. We got to put it somewhere. Dina Napoli got the contents of 3 storage units for free from an antique dealer that passed away. Found this Friends Lego set, but it was missing some pieces. I put together the minifigs and some accessories, and it sold for full asking price of $39.95 in 2 days. So the item is Lego Friends, the television series minifigs, Central Perk. Oh, like from the Friends TV show, Central Perk, the coffee shop they're always in. Very fun. Okay, and it sold for $39.95. And it's kind of funny to see those Friends characters made into Lego minifigs, but hey, that's a thing. Donna Shirley donated from my son, so free, listed for 3 months. New with tag, Ricky Singh denim and flower shorts, men's size 32, sold for $29.99. Connie Bussaw. Back in the spring, I purchased a big tote of Christmas wrap and ribbons at Goodwill. Kept a few and listed this group months ago. Paid $9 for the tote, sold this ribbon for $59 with free shipping. Excellent. The item is Christmas craft ribbon, lot of 32, all new, 190 total yards, some vintage. Wow. $9, sold for $59. Nicole Cunningham paid about $10 at Savers, accepted a best offer of $50 after about 60 days. And this is a Ricoh 35mm film camera with telephoto wide angle lens. $10 and sold for $50. Julie Gambino purchased at Goodwill last year for $2.99, sold for best offer of $31. This is new. Sometimes I like to curl up in a ball book by Vicki Churchill. $3 and sold for $31. Zandra Ritter paid $10, sold for $47, shipped within 4 months. NFL Miami Dolphins full zip hoodie, and it's a big size, 2 extra large, $10, and sold for $47, including the shipping cost. Suzanne Keene bought several large baggies of vintage cut and sew fabric panels at a church sale in September. Listed all of them separately, so my cost for this panel is just pennies. This cutie sold for $64.99 in less than a month. Vintage cut and sew fabric panel, pink Charlie the Kitten from the 1960s. So she paid just a few pennies for this, and it sold for just under $65. Steve Gittler paid $2 at an estate sale, sold for $14. King James Open Bible Expanded Edition, 1985. That's a fun flip. $2, $14 sale price. Okay, Deborah McGeary Lemax Spooky Town Lighted Wolf Pack Figures and Accessories Lot. Sold for full asking price of $69 within a few days of listing. Found the lighted wolf pack while we were on a weekend trip this summer. Usually go to the same huge thrift store while there and find one or two treasures. I paid $5.99 for it. I ended up reworking a listing I had for the tombstones as figures and just bundling it all together. So probably about $12 in this all together. And all of those pieces sold for a total of $69. Julie Brown. This was an interesting ornament from Midwest of Cannon Falls by D. Paula. Signature was on the back. I was on my way out of the rummage sale and picked it up for 25 cents. They seem rare. I listed it for $34.99 and it sold in 11 days for full asking price plus shipping. So there you can see it's kind of whimsical, folk arty people. And she paid 25 cents, sold it for just under $35. Tammy Kennedy. This study Bible was $1 at a small thrift store. I sold it for $55.99 plus shipping about a month after listing it. I shipped it to Canada using the international shipping option. Life in the Spirit Study Bible, Zondervan Publishing. And it looks, yeah, that's a leather cover on it, so that looks in really good condition. So $1 and sold for just under $56. Diana Warren. I paid approximately $2 in a bundle deal at an estate sale. Sold for best offer of $40 in about 3 months. Cutco trimmer knife model 1721. So you can see, does it have serrated edges? It does not look like. I can't tell. If it is serrated, it's really small. So $2 and sold for $40. Yes, those Cutco knives are valuable and they do come with a lifetime guarantee that you can send them in to the Cutco company and they will sharpen them and or repair any issues, broken handles, that kind of thing. So these are highly sought after because of that lifetime guarantee. Okay, Christine McDowell. Inspired by Suzanne, I started checking bathrooms at estate sales. Brought this to the front and the guy was like, "Old soap? Just take it." Took a few months but sold for full asking. So the item is a 2-pack of vintage tone with cocoa butter skincare cream bars of soap from the 90s. She got it free and sold them for $45. I love that. Kim Womack bought in a lot of random serving pieces in an online auction for $8.99, sold in less than a month for full price. Have another 6 or 7 various patterns still to list. Italian serving set, ornate brass fork and spoon, medieval theme. $8.99 and sold for $39.99. Laurie Toman paid $1 at a thrift shop's annual yard sale. Sold for full asking price of $48 after 5 weeks. Vintage Santa musical rubber face plush. $1 sold for $48. Bethany Henderson paid $2 at the Goodwill bins, sold for $44 in 2 days. So it is a lucrative, ugly Christmas sweater. The brand is Bell Point. On the vintage ones, the brands don't really matter. It's just they want those funky, gaudy, tacky, or ugly Christmas or seasonal sweaters. So this one was a size medium. Paid $2, sold for $44, and very quickly. Joyce Bodenhammer found at Goodwill, all dusty, and paid $5.99. Sold within a couple of weeks for full price plus shipping. Took a while to get the layer of dust off, but was worth it. Oh, it's a Danbury Mint. Wonders of the Sea, 6-inch figurine. Great coral reefs of the world. So she paid $6 and it sold for $52.47. Jane Brown paid $5.99 at Goodwill, sold in 6 days, accepted an offer of $60. Lego Ghostbusters. There you go. That was a nice flip, selling it for 10 times what she paid. Excellent. Kathy Combs purchased this Starbucks Prague You Are Here mug at Goodwill in April, paid $5.59 with coupon. It is a retired first edition and it was new with tag. Sold in 2 months for full asking price of $49.95. Another great flip. Kathleen Gifford. I recognize this pattern as Longaberger. I did not realize the comps were pretty high on this shamrock pattern. Paid $1.50 at a Goodwill and sold them for $25 plus shipping. That was only for 2 placemats. So it's a Longaberger Lots of Luck Shamrock placemats, set of 2, reversible, sold for $25. Robin Riedel bought at Goodwill and paid $6. Took about a year to sell, sent an offer to a watcher who accepted $37 plus shipping. The white was difficult to photograph, so the photos aren't very good, which is probably why it took so long to sell. So it's a Ralph Lauren sweater with a nautical yacht logo. $37. Cheryl Henderhan purchased a couple of boxes at an estate auction for $2 that no one else wanted. These home movies were in the lot. I had no idea they had value before I looked them up. Sold in a few days for best offer of $54.99. Vintage 8mm home movie lot from the 60s and 70s. Yes, those are collectible. Going back in time, reminiscing about all the stuff in the background and the fashion and the cars and the hairstyles and everything. $2 and sold for just under $55. Rosalie Wygand, free as it was a childhood toy, sold in less than 3 weeks for an offer of $30. And at first glance, I thought this was a full-size picnic basket, but it's a little toy one. Vintage Fisher-Price teddy bear picnic basket with blanket, thermos, plate, and spoon from 1974. Sold for $30. Maggie May paid $2 for this collectible Baldwin National Air and Space Museum paperweight at the end of 2023 at a thrift store. It's been listed since January 8th of 24 and sold on October 26th of 24 for $15. I still have several more of these. So it's a Bell X1 Baldwin solid brass paperweight, Air and Space Museum. $2 and sold for $15. Yeah, everything eventually sells, just you have to be patient sometimes. Okay, Joy Folkin picked up these 2 boxes on Dollar Day at my local Target liquidation store, so $2 and 14 cents into them. Boxes were destroyed, but wanted to show that they are new. Sold in about 3 weeks for full asking price of $24.99 plus shipping. The item is Hearth and Hand with Magnolia Black Flatware 5-piece set. $2.14 and sold for $24.99. Denise Rogge. I bought a collection of 5 different Harmony Kingdom trinket boxes at a thrift store for $5 each. This was the second one to sell for $25. It took 2 months to sell. So there you can see it's a little pig with Swarovski crystal eyes. $5 and sold for 25. Leisha Rouston got these flip-flops from my favorite thrift store for $1 in May. Just sold for full price minus a 15% off coupon. The brand is Free Waters. The style is Becca flip-flops with purple leaves. $1 and sold for $16.99. Tina Wozniak picked up at the Goodwill bins off a pre-priced table of items. Paid 50 cents for all in May of 2024. Sakura Terrain mugs. Sue Zipkin. I'm not sure if that's the style name or if her name's on everything. Anyway, set of 4 coffee mugs, $17.99, and they cost her 50 cents for all of them. Janet Turnage bought at a thrift store for $4, sold in 3 weeks for full price. This is a vintage Cripple Creek jacket, unisex, medium, tribal, Aztec, Western horsehair. She has all those keywords in there. Sold for $59.99. And Stormy Renew was at an overpriced estate sale, one of those where the sale is already started, but a worker is walking around using Google eBay Lens to search items and mark them at eBay prices. Ooh, don't you just hate that? I picked up a few ephemera items and went out to the garage and picked up a few other things. The guy in the garage pretty much threw in the ephemera for free with everything else I was buying. Sometimes you just have to know the right person to ask. Anyway, sold for $50 within a day or so of listing. It is a vintage 1970s Astro World bumper sticker. How about that? $50 for a bumper sticker. And that sounds like a great place to end this episode. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. I hope you learned something new. Keep listing, because if it's not listed, it can't sell. And if you list it, they will come. I hope you have a great day on eBay. Bye, everybody.